ランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of OJ-FWA Fight TV. This is Johnny Walters here, talking at you live from wherever the hell we're at. And ladies and gentlemen, if you hear that music, you can recognize who's about to make his appearance right here. It is the one, the only, the Beastman, Frank Bunting. Terrifying individual here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that this man is a beast in every sense of the word. But I would also be making a mistake not to tell you that he was a former OJ-FWA World Champion. But what you may not know is that man right there, Frank the Beastman Bunting, he has the record of the most number of defenses, even to this day, and up until he lost his title to his predecessor, Tsujimoto. Sorry, interrupted by a huge clothesline before he lost his title to his successor. Ooh! He was just plain longest reigning number of days OJ-FWA World Champion. And of course, that World Championship is often referred to as the Sekai Ningen-kyu Oja, the human class champion. Meant to imply that he is the champion of all human beings, of course. Oh, and what a vicious backbreaker, sending Chubby to the mat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to OJ-FWA Pro Wrestling, number one, thank you very much. And number two, please be sure to check out our website, sports.geocities.jp/OJ-FWA Wrestling. And if that's not working for you, check out OJFWAProWrestling.blogspot.jp. And I say that as we see a beautiful shoulder breaker on the part of the Beastman Frank Bunting. Now, the big guy against the ropes. Shoulder tackle down. Bunting climbs that top rope. Beautiful axe handle. Bunting on the attack. There is nothing fancy about this man's offense. He is pure smash mouth in every sense of the word. Oh, and another bone-cracking fist to the top of that head. You know, that's the same spot where on babies, oof, where they could get seriously damaged if you hurt them from that point. And what a vicious clothesline. He loves to lay in those lariats. Wait a minute, Chubby going up and Chubby going down. Could he be setting up? What could he be setting up for? Is it the jackhammer? Is it the jackhammer? It looks like it is. Up and down across the mat. Referee Tommy Thompson has no choice but to count to 3. Your winner former world champion, Frank Bunting. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll waste no time taking you right to this third episode of the Park Challenge. This time, OJ-FWA's Green Giantess, the FWA NA champion, North American champion, puts her title on the line here in Brooklyn, New York, to take on two women. Last time, we saw her going up against a dude. Before that, she utterly destroyed one, Jesselie Santiago. By the way, we're still looking to see if we can get a word as to her current physical condition. Needless to say, nobody's quite asking about the physical condition of the one Mr. G Black. However, I've not been given names for these two women, other than they are pretty well known in their particular area. Whoa! That was a mistake. That was a mistake on that girl's part. You do not want to, make the Green Giantess angry. Ow! Park looked like she's going for that giant swing, and yes indeed. Tossing her right towards her opponent. Trademark flying knee to the skull of her other opponent. Big slam that was. Double short arm clotheslines. Park looking like she's having no trouble here. A headbutt taking down one opponent. And a beautiful German suplex of the release variety on the other one. And one for Yellow. Red looking like she's not quite done yet. She gets a power slam for her attitude. Yellow going after her. Park to the back. And yet again, that full Nelson slam taking her down. Park looks like she sees a chance for a pin here. Tommy Thompson counts 1, 2. And Red interferes. You do not want to do that, Red. That was a big mistake. And Yellow, seeing a weakness here, seeing an opportunity. Maybe not a weakness per se, but an opportunity to strike, and she did. But she gets quickly taken down with a huge chop by the Green Giantess, Soryeon Park. Park sends Yellow to the corner. Sends Red to that corner. Park sends Yellow to that corner. Park sends Red to that corner. Wow! What dominance here on the part of Soryeon Park. Park taking Red to the corner. Park throwing Yellow right into Red. Does that make orange? I don't know. Park with a couple of fists to the face of the prone body of the Yellow opponent there. Opponent dressed in yellow, pardon me, while Red is going to town. Park is definitely fighting back. Red now showing a little fire here. Oh, and Yellow. What teamwork between the two. You really, you two really, oof. Maybe I started to speak too soon. I was about to say, you two ought to, actually team up and maybe do something a bit more often. That was successful for you. That may be your chance. Wait a minute, now we have Red into Yellow. Yikes. I tell you, Park is scary strong. Park going for the pin here. Yellow pulls her off. Yellow just making Park that much more angry. Going to town. Ooh, and a big kick to the back of the head. Wait a minute, what's Park got in mind here? Park jumping off right over Yellow to hit that vicious leg drop on Red. And Tommy Thompson, 1, 2, and no. Red does not let that one go through. Park. Another clothesline. Can we see another one here? And yes, we do. Park giving the same treatment to yellow now. However, red is already back on her feet. I don't know if that's fire or that's stupidity. Quite frankly, I'm leaning towards the latter as she eats 2 more clotheslines by the powerhouse South Korean known as So-Young Park. Park just dismantling her opponents here with power and her sheer size advantage. Wait a minute, what's this? Nice release German suplex. Park with another power slam to red. Park still on the attack here. Park with a walk in the park. To red, up and down. Wait a minute, what's this? We've got another one. To yellow, but red is already up. What is red thinking? I think she's knocked out of her gourd. I think she's out on her feet here. As we've seen many times, that happens. Oh, and another vicious walk in the park power bomb. Park picking up yellow once again for yet another power bomb. But yet red is once again back up. Wait a minute, what's going to be here? Up. How did I know? Another walk in the park powerbomb for red. All right, Park's, I don't know, Park's got to really, I think she can end it at any point. Even though both of these women are getting up, they are clearly not doing so of right mind, of clear mind. God damn. Yet another walk in the park. Park goes for the pin. 1, 2, and oh no! Red is definitely not thinking straight. What the hell do you think you're doing? Park going to town. Park going a little crazy here. Wait a minute, could we see repeat performance here? Oh, what a big clothesline. Wait a minute, what do we got here? And Park sending red shoulder first right into that corner post. Park visibly frustrated here. Perhaps she doesn't know that her 2 opponents are pretty much knocked out of their gourd. They're out on their feet. She's got another special delivery for yellow. Park setting up red for yet another walk in the park here. And now, I fear it's yellow's turn, and yes indeed. She went up real quick with that one and slamming her down just as hard. And a sweep. And Park for the cover. Referee Tommy Thompson counts 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, still undefeated in the Park Challenge, well, So-Young Park. Not only is she undefeated, she's faced both women and men, beaten them all, and now she's beaten 2 women. What's next? 2 dudes? Don't give her any ideas. Your winner, So-Young Park.
Okay, Amano, okay. I got it. Told me before that I won't find you alone. Okay, I get that. I don't mind searching for ya. But now, you send your bitch out after me? To come up from under the ring and attack me. I guess this is the way we're gonna play the game. You got it! So, Eriko, let's go! I'm more than willing to get this thing started. But I got a little surprise for you. I managed to get McKay to okay a little extra step. One that I'm sure you're not gonna like. Anything goes. This is the way I like it. Scream if you like, I'll just hit you that much harder.
Ah, remember the good old days? Advertisements of t-shirts that didn't exist? Well, now it does! Go to sports.geocities.jp/OJ-FWA Wrestling, click on the shop button, and take a look at all our merchandise, such as t-shirts, shot glasses, and more. The OJ-FWA shop, in conjunction with Pete and Chris Amusements. OJ-FWA 英語教室。今日のレッスンは Liliana has been in a boiling rage as of late. Liliana has been in a boiling rage as of late. 通訳はちゃんと覚えてください。Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and thank you for sticking with us through all of this here on OJ-FWA Fight TV. And as you may have seen, that woman right there, Eriko Hasegawa, was the actor in a vicious attack on the part of the Hardcore Italirican Liliana last week. And as mentioned, Liliana signed into her contract a little stipulation noting that if they were to get in the ring, it would be a no-holds-barred, falls count anywhere match. Weapons completely legal. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you, that is where Liliana, the Hardcore Italirican, the woman who's about to come down that aisle right now, that's where she shines. Liliana, you gotta wonder what's up with this cool demeanor as she walks down the ring, even though she's been in a rage as of late. Liliana, the consummate professional wrestler. Calm and cool and collected as she strolls down to the ring. But as soon as she gets into that ring, who knows? I guess we're going to find out here, and yes indeed, Liliana charging right away, hitting that flying cross chop. Liliana viciously attacking Eriko Hasegawa, hitting her again with another flying cross chop. Liliana sending Eriko to the ropes, and another one. taking down the young former gravure model. Liliana going to town. Oh, what a vicious knee straight to the face. Good God. Liliana is not in a toying mood, especially after the stunt that Eriko pulled. And of course, Liliana is ooh, what a boot to send Eriko to the outside. Of course, Liliana is 100% sure as to who perpetrated, who was the master planner here. Good God, what a hard slam to the outside. Some very thin padding there on the outside. Liliana pulling out that Singapore cane. Oh, face to that thin padding. Liliana sending Eriko Hasegawa to that corner, grabbing that cane and ooh, bashing her right on the top of the skull with it. And going to town with those vicious fists. Liliana going right back to the attack with that Singapore cane. Destroying that cane. Once again, nice suplex. Taking her opponent down to that very thin mat. This time, Liliana grabbing that chair. As Eriko tries to run away, but she is not successful as she gets clocked right on the top of the head. Now, of course, I don't have to tell you what's been going on. Oof, between Liliana and Moemi Amano. Of course, it all stems from what happened late in Season 1. All started, oh God, with an attack. After a defeat of Liliana by Eriko Hasegawa with a beautiful punch, beautiful knockout blow. Speaking of beautiful, that is certainly the antithesis of beautiful right there. That's just choking. Not exactly legal in a normal context, but certainly there is nothing wrong with that here. Not that I condone it. But let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, I am all for a certain kind of revenge at times. After all, oh my God, was that the reason she brought her up here? Beautiful release German suplex on the part of Liliana. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to think that was the reason she dragged her opponent all the way up there. And quite frankly, I believe it easily. Liliana going, still keeping the brutal attack. But there's Eriko. Eriko, wait a minute, Eriko, what the hell do you think you're doing? Eriko slowly trying to get away, carefully trying to maneuver out of there. Here we go, and another beautiful release German suplex. You know, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I wonder why I find myself using the term beautiful. Yes, it was nicely executed. But that's human skull, human bodies on metal staging there. It is indeed very dangerous. Oh, God. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to turn a little bit here. I think Liliana should calm it down a bit. Oh, what a slap. Nice cross chop. Hitting square in the face. Once again, Liliana trying to choke the life out of Eriko Hasegawa. Quite frankly, whether you think Liliana deserves this revenge, it's only a small measure to Liliana, as she certainly has Moemi Amano, the leader of the bad girls, in her sight. I'm not sure that Liliana isn't imagining that she's going to town on Moemi Amano right now. Despite all this, despite all I've been saying, I do feel bad for Eriko Hasegawa. I certainly do feel bad that she's been put in the position there. One must think that maybe, just maybe, Moemi Amano knew this was going to happen. Can't say for sure. Whoa, wait a minute. What a rare showing of power by Eriko Hasegawa as Liliana slowly gets to her feet. Eriko probably a little bit out of it. Well, can't say that that's not fair. Eriko grabbing that chair, probably to defend herself. However, she gets clocked in the head with that cross chop, and another one. Previous one making her drop that chair. Oh, what knees to the chest! Good God! Liliana signaling for another one. Liliana not quite getting all of it, but still knocking Eriko down. Liliana signaling that it may soon be the end here. Beautiful power slam on the part of Liliana. Referee Tom Thompson counts 1, 2, and no! Eriko kicks out. Liliana taking Eriko to the center of the ring there. Beautiful butterfly suplex. Going for another cover here. Referee Tommy Thompson, 1, 2, and no! Eriko kicks out again. And a big chop taking Eriko down. That used to end matches right there. Tommy Thompson counts 1, 2, and no! Eriko kicked out of the big chop. Ladies and gentlemen, I certainly had some trouble getting my win back after being on the receiving end of that chop. Liliana probably a little bit frustrated despite the major beating. Ooh, nice bulldog. Despite the major beating she put to Eriko Hasegawa. Wait, here's a cover. 1, 2, and no! Once again, Hasegawa kicks out. What kind of training regimen is... Oh, God! That's got it ended right there. Tommy Thompson counts 1, 2, and 3. Liliana finally does get it.
Hey, Amano! Where the fuck are you? You see what I just did to your little petite girlfriend over here? Look, bitch, I know you can understand English. Get the fuck out here! You play the silent game all you want, but I'm gonna find you, and when I do, what you just saw out here is not gonna be 1/10 of what I'm gonna do to you. You done, chica?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week. And in anticipation of the upcoming title match between Flash Jones and Caleb Dye, we'll show a classic match featuring 2 classic NOJ pro wrestlers, Kazu and the former champion Hidenori Fujimoto. Don't miss it next week on Fight TV.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。